You like to picture the caveman as the king of the food chain, spear in hand, king of the hill. Here is the humbling truth. For most of our history, humans were the snack. Slower than a cat, weaker than a hyena, and a baby that cannot walk for a year. So how did we not get eaten to extinction? Tonight, the story of how prey became a survivor. We follow the evidence, the predators that actually hunted us. Why our soft bodies were easy meat in the first place. The toolkit that slowly flipped the odds in our favor. The game changer called fire, and the strange power of the throw. And the honest verdict on how prey became a species that outlived the saber-tooth. The roster of predators was brutal, lions and leopards for starters. Saber-toothed cats like Smilodon and Homotherium, with teeth built to slash. Cave hyenas that roamed in packs and could outnumber a lonely human. Dire wolves, bigger and meaner than the ones we know. Bears when we strayed into their ground. Crocodiles at the river, waiting where we came to drink. Even snakes, a quiet kind of danger in the grass. These were not shy animals. They ate our relatives by the thousand. The proof is grisly, and it is not a guess. Hominin bones show puncture marks from big cat teeth. A child's skull turned up in a leopard den, far from any home we made. We were on the menu, not just nearby it. That is the part we skip in the paintings. So why were we so tasty to begin with? Look at the body we handed evolution. We lost most of our fur, which is great for running but cold at night. We have no real fangs to bite our way free. No claws to rake an enemy, just soft hands and short nails. Our bite is a joke next to a cat's. We cannot even open a melon with our teeth. And our babies are born helpless and stay helpless for years. A human toddler is a slow, loud, easy meal. On our own, one human is lunch. That is just the math of the savannah. The only thing we had going was a big brain and the habit of never being alone. So we leaned on the team from the very start. Groups beat lone bodies every time. Many eyes watched while others slept, so the camp was rarely blind. Alarm calls warned the band before the shape in the grass got close. A circle of 10 bodies is worth more than one set of claws, easily. We stood back to back with sticks, facing out, so nothing could sneak behind. That is not courage, that is arithmetic. More watchers means more survivors. And the tools came next. A sharpened stick is a tooth we can hold at arm's length. Tied to a shaft, it becomes a spear that reaches past our short arms. Later came the atlatl, a stick that throws a spear harder and farther. Later still, the bow, which let a small frame put a point through a big cat. A pointed stick turns a soft body into a real threat. Finally, we bit back. But the real game changer was fire. Think about the night for a second. Night is when the predators hunt by ear and by nose, and we are nearly blind. Control fire, and the night becomes ours instead of theirs. A ring of flames keeps the pack at the edge, where they hate to step. Fire is the original wall, and it travels with us in a brand. A camp with a fire is a camp that wakes up in the morning. That changed everything. And then there is the throw. Watch any animal try to hit something by throwing. They cannot. A chimpanzee flails and misses by a mile. No other animal throws a rock or a spear with any real aim at all. We alone can put a stone through a gap in a skull from a distance. That accuracy let us wound from far away and teach predators we are dangerous. A predator that gets rocked by a stone learns to avoid the two-legged ones. So the odds flip slowly over a very long stretch of time. First we were meat, then we were meat with friends and sticks. Then we were meat with friends, sticks, and a wall of fire at night. Then we were meat with friends, sticks, fire, and a throw that bit from afar. Layer those up, and the leopard starts to look somewhere else for dinner. We were never the strongest. A hyena laughs at our jaw. We were never the fastest. A lion takes us in a sprint without trying. We were never the best armored. Our skin is thin and our fur is gone. We won by being the best team animal on Earth, with the best tools. Other animals have claws. We have a plan and a spear and a signal. Other animals have packs. We have language to aim the pack at the threat. That combination is the whole trick, social plus tool plus fire. The saber tooth is gone now, and we are still here arguing about it. Its teeth were magnificent, but teeth do not beat a ring of spears and a fire. We outthought the tooth, not outfought it. That is the quiet win. Picture the savannah at dawn 2 million years back. A band of small hominins, thin and watchful, scanning the grass. A leopard can drag a corpse 3 times its weight up a tree. We learned early that the tree is not always safe. The cave hyena could crush bone with a bite stronger than any lion's. A pack meant no lone human survived a meeting. Dire wolves hunted in groups bigger than any dog pack we see now. Numbers beat muscle, and they knew it. So we matched their numbers with our own. The band grew, the circle grew, the odds moved. There is a famous find from a place called Demancy. Very old humans with broken bodies that still lived for years. Only a group that feeds the weak survives that. That tells us something quiet but huge. Kindness was a survival tool long before it was a virtue. Fire did more than scare tooth and claw. It let us cook, which gave the brain more fuel for the very planning that kept us alive. A bigger brain planned the spear, read the wind, and remembered where the cat slept. Tools and brains fed each other. The throwing arm did not appear overnight. Children practiced for years, slinging stones at birds and rats. Those years of play were really years of training for the night. A predator came close. We also changed the land. Ringed camps, cleared brush, and smoked meat meant fewer places for an ambush to hide. Somewhere along the way we tamed the dog, the first animal to stand with us instead of against us. A dog's nose at the camp edge turned the dark from blind to warned. 2 species, 1 circle, 1 fire. By the time of the bow, the balance had flipped for good in most places we lived. We were no longer the snack. We were the thing that walked up to the den and the den emptied. That flip is recent in deep time, maybe tens of thousands of years, a blink against the millions we spent as prey. The saber tooth faded as the world warmed and the big grazers changed. We were still here, armed with story and spear. Other predators fell to our traps, our packs, and our endless appetite for the hunt itself. So the survivor's trick was never one win. It was a stack of small edges, kept for a very long time. Soft body, big brain, tight band, hot fire, straight throw, and a dog at the edge. Stack those, and even the savannah at night becomes a place you can wake up from. Now, a honest note, we were prey and hunter at the same time. We ate meat too, and we chased it with those same spears and that same stamina. But the predator pressure was real, and it shaped us for millions of years. Soft, slow, and social was the only body plan that happened to work. Fire control shows up deep in the past, perhaps 1 million years or more. From then on, the dark stopped being the most dangerous hour. The throwing arm is so strange it is basically our secret weapon. Every kid who nails a can with a stone is using the oldest edge we have. So the next time you fear the dark, thank a distant ancestor who lit a fire. Thank the one who stood in the circle instead of running alone. Thank the one who learned to put a point where the threat stood. We did not survive because we were tough. We survived because we were together. And because we carried a little sun in a branch wherever we went. Which surprised you most? That we were prey, the leopard den, or the throwing arm? Drop a number in the comments and subscribe for more of who ancient humans really were.